I think I have Dan Probst coming up. He is being mic'd from Jones Lang LaSalle. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Thanks for being on the show.
My pleasure.
This is Conference Live. You are the third person after Mark and Bob Lamandry. Are you feeling the excitement?
Yes, it's very exciting. It's great to take advantage of the technology and go live out there.
So what can you tell me about what JLL is up to these days?
Well, we're here. One of the things that we're really looking at is how to take advantage of some of this new technology to make buildings perform better.
Yeah.
So we've got a service that we call IntelliCommand that takes advantage of some of the things that you just spoke about from Tritium to enable us to really make the promise of the smart, intelligent building come true.
I mean, I want to believe that it can work, but from what I understand, it just sounds so science fiction that IntelliCommand can hook a tiny, I mean, how small are these? Some of the little monitor devices, you can hook it to a fire extinguisher, to any kind of system. And why? I mean, it's really wirelessly throwing you real-time data. I mean, just tell me a little bit more, because I frankly don't believe it's real.
Well, I mean, the foundation of the technology with IntelliCommand is the new ability, because of products like Tritium, to pull data out of existing building systems. So a lot of that data, so throughout history, building control systems and building automation systems work locally to control building systems and equipment, but they're full of meaningful data that historically we could not extract and synthesize and analyze and use to optimize building performance, or use to bring meaningful decision-making information back to building operators. And when you extend that across hundreds or thousands of buildings, you really need some new technology that can, number one, extract the data, number two, synthesize that data and bring meaningful information back to building operators. So the technology for IntelliCommand, for instance, it begins with extracting data out of the various building systems and equipment that are already resident in the building. So it doesn't require a lot of new technology on that front. It's more just this new ability to pull the data out.
What do people here at this conference not yet know that they need to know about IntelliCommand and about what you're doing?
Well, I think one of the keys there too, so is, you have this ability to pull data out. Now you have to do something with it. And some of that, because of new technology on the software side and computer algorithms that can analyze the data, they can tell you when system performance is beginning to degrade and you may need to take some maintenance action, that you can detect a problem before maybe a tenant or an occupant notices. But again, that data has to go somewhere. It has to be presented to someone in some way that they can take action. So the other, what we think unique thing that we have done with IntelliCommand is to integrate it back into our building management system. So it's integrated with our preventive maintenance and work order management system, so that when we do see something that the system isn't handling automatically, that requires a building operating engineer to take action, we can issue work tickets through the work order management system. So it's sort of a closed loop process.
What's one of the more special things? Why do you like your work management system? What makes it, what sets it apart from others out there?
Well, so one of the other benefits of what I talked about, there's been discussion here this morning about the intelligent buildings, smart buildings. One of the key benefits is energy savings, because you're optimizing and fine-tuning the performance of the building all the time. But one of the other benefits is on the operational side. And through the integration back into our work order systems and a preventive maintenance system. So a great example is we manage a lot of buildings where there's not an on-site engineering staff. Small buildings, think branch banks. Today, historically, if you received a comfort call from a branch bank, you had no way of knowing what was really going on in the building. So you would roll a truck. You'd send a technician, and they'd go and, number one, is it really hot? Number two, if it is, what's the problem? And have to spend a lot of time doing diagnosis. With IntelliCommand, not only are we able to pull the data out, so number one, we know if it's really hot or not, but now we know that it's rooftop unit number 3, and it's the compressor. So then when we do dispatch a technician, we dispatch the right technician with the right tools and training. When he arrives, he has to spend no time performing on-site diagnostics. He can just immediately make the repair. So there's a whole operational side of this beyond the energy side that really makes it exciting.
Very cool. And if someone wants to find out more, obviously, if you're here at Realcomm, you can. Where's the JLL? Where are you guys located?
We're in booth 300, right at the end of the aisle there.
And virtually, if you wanted to check it out online, or where can people find out more about IntelliCommand and what you guys are doing?
Well, they could go to our public website at jll.com,
right,
and find information there. And so that's the best way.
I guess that's a bit of a softball, but very cool. Anything else we need to be looking out for from you guys at this conference? Any other surprises coming up?
No, just more of the same. I think it's exciting to see the technology finally becoming deployed and delivering on the promise.
Thank you so much for being here, and we'll look forward to talking to you guys later. And I think we have more about Jones Lang LaSalle tomorrow. Thank you very much, Dan Probst.
Thank you.